Hi guys, and welcome to another review of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 4, Episode 7 by me, Daniela Viking. Grüß Gott, and hope you enjoy the episode. Let's start. This episode was very interesting. It started off with the girls running into the workroom. One of the things that I liked most about the beginning of this episode is that we sort of get to see two sides of the story here. In the confessionals, we see both Latrice and Monique saying each in their own time what they feel about the competition. Latrice is really thankful for being back, and she's all about like large is in charge, chunky and funky. I got this. I need to prove myself. And Monique's like, Latrice is back. Okay. Going back to what I started with, when they walk into the workroom, Latrice and Monique are hand in hand and they run into the workroom together, and Latrice is super excited. And honestly, I think Monique is true. Not just because she didn't go home, but because Latrice is back. I honestly believe that they're sort of sisters, you know? They might have fights, and they might not always agree with each other, but they love each other. Both when they both won the lip sync, Latrice ran up to her and hugged her. And now when they enter the workroom, they both are hand in hand. I do think that what we get to see in the confessionals is a lot about the narrative that is being produced. They then sit together. I actually don't really love this part of the episodes so far because it always feels really produced to me. It never feels natural. It does not feel like an organic way to start a conversation or to keep it going. That's one thing I miss from the earlier seasons. When there was drama, it was always real, and lately it always feels super produced. Just let them do their thing. Don't try to make drama happen. It's not gonna happen. If it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's just Valentina. Oh! Cue rattlesnake sound. Ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka. Shade. When RuPaul, who's that girl? When RuPaul enters the workroom, he tells the girls that their maxi challenge this week will be to host and create a legendary night at a club. So basically they have to do a ton of things. They have to think of a name, they have to think of a concept, the design, and so many different things. In my opinion, as a viewer, it's kind of difficult understanding exactly how and what they're going to be judged on. Also, the person who chooses the teams is Latrice for some reason, because she's back. I don't know, kind of weird. This is another problem I have with this episode. It kind of feels like it's in favor of Latrice. There, I said it. I know, it's reality TV, blah, 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 blah. But that's what I think, so you can either accept that or not. I don't really care. So then Latrice pairs them all up, and she is together with Trinity and Manila. I was really scared. I say this every time, but I just like both Manila and Trinity so much. The episode starts, I'm actually scared that they're gonna, not make it this week, so. Then we get to see them getting ready for their nights. This part is kind of boring in my opinion. You don't really get to understand what's happening. At first, there is some kind of concept. You see like the girls writing, sitting together, talking to each other. And then they have to like start actually making the clubs. The visuals are like what it's gonna look like. It feels like a hot mess, really. It feels like we have no idea how much help they're getting for the production, what they are in control of and whatnot. So it's a bit all over the place, but it's interesting seeing their chemistry together. But I think the editing is also getting smarter as the show progresses, because it's more difficult to see who's going to make it and who's going to break it. For instance, Latrice keeps saying this episode that she has to really prove herself. So what I had in mind is, okay, if they're showing me this, maybe this means that Latrice is going to go home again this episode. But after seeing this episode, we know that Latrice did do quite good, in fact. The first club that we see is hosted by Monique Hart and Monet Exchange. Their night is called Black Hole. I love the name. I thought it was hilarious. for so many reasons. I really like their skit, and then I realized it's a bit long. The guests, oh my god. This episode's special guests were Rita Ora, who's a really good singer, actually. She's British, and I think she's of Albanian descent, if I'm not mistaken. And the next guest, oh my god, it's Suzanne friggin' Barge. She is nightlife, basically. So it's really cool seeing her, like, not being just a judge on this episode, but actually like participating in the Maxi Challenge. Back to Black Hole. I really like the concept, but then again, that's where it gets difficult. I don't really understand what they're being judged on. The place looks cute, and we have no idea what is their idea, what is help from the production, what are the accessories that they got, what are the accessories that they made, who helped them build stuff, who put the bar, who created the cocktails. It's difficult understanding how we're supposed to react to these nights. So we get that the editing is trying to like tell us what we're supposed to feel, think, and how we're supposed to react to each night. It just feels a bit like all over the place. I don't understand what the VIPs are meant to do. Are they supposed to interact? Are they supposed to talk to them? We don't really know. I did like Monet and Monique's night. I liked their hosting. I thought they were really funny. Then we have Club not 69, 96 by Naomi Smalls and Valentina. What a missed opportunity. Just the place looked boring. It looked like half thought of. And then the whole monologue and exchange between Naomi and Valentina seems like completely random. Club 96. I thought it was funny, but it could have gone higher. It feels like one-dimensional. I think it's Suzanne Bartsch who said it, and I completely agree. They were just talking about nothing pretty much the entire time. Again, I didn't understand what the judges were supposed to do there. So that was a bit weird and a bit boring. Then came my favorite, Manila and Trinity and Latrice. Their night was the Beehive, which I loved. You know, the second you see the nightclub, you're like, there's like a concept, there's something going on. It all had to do with bees. It was really well put together. Each one of them, when they talked, they did a good job. They did good as hosts. The nightly entertainment was really funny. The strip spelling bee, I guess you can call it. Again, this time I felt like the editing was like sort of against Manila, because every time she spoke there was like these sounds. I just really think they did a good job. They were funny and they had good chemistry going on between them. Again, the editing told me what I should think, but like I felt something different, so I didn't really get it. And by the end of this scene, at the end, the girls are like, we're gonna release the bees, and then all these bees come, and it's like super weird because I'm like, is it something that they're gonna be judged on? I didn't understand the challenges that well, but I thought their night was really good, was really funny, and I was glad to see them doing well. On the main stage, we are united again with Ross, Michelle, RuPaul, Susan Bartsch, and Rita Ora. One thing that I really loved about this was the fact that both Rita and Susan Bartsch are foreign. They're not Americans. So their accents and their style and the way they talk is very refreshing in my opinion. Even though that Suzanne Bartsch has been living, if I'm not mistaken, in New York for a while. On the main stage, category is Plastique Fantastique, which I love. It feels a bit like Club Kitty, and it's really cool. The girls have to step out of their box. I thought Latrice looked really good. It was really surprising. I did not expect her to come out in something so Club Kid. Manila, obviously, you know, like having all that. Just making a dress out of something so unpredictable, I think is really Manila. It looked great. It actually looked like fabric, so I really liked it. Trinity looked like a gazillion dollars in my opinion as like chewed bubblegum. And it was cool because I thought at first she'd come out in nothing because she's all like plastic fantastic. So it was nice seeing her do something unexpected with the material. Naomi Smalls' look I wasn't a big fan of. Something I feel like I've seen on her several times in different colors. Valentina's look was cute, but also, as Michelle said, it feels just like Miss Colombia's look. I expected a little bit more from her. Monet came out and I wasn't in love with the clothes. Her face though, oh my god, she looked so beautiful and her hair was nice. It was really, really good. Monique, Josephine Baker, I agreed with Brew. No Finn Baker. I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan of that look at all. The two tops are Trinity the Tuck and Latrice Royale. I felt the judges though were nitpicking with Manila being too loud so that she talked over her friends. But honestly, that felt to me just like as an excuse to make Latrice in the top and get some tension from Manila, who's been pretty consistent so far. I would have liked Manila to be in the top together with Trinity instead of Latrice, because I felt that Latrice was cute but not as good as Manila. As Trinity and Latrice were in the top, the bottoms were Valentina and Naomi. In the workroom, when the tops talk to the bottoms, it's very sad seeing Valentina not letting herself cry, because she's obviously super emotional and she should cry, she should talk, but she doesn't do that because she's got like this face that she keeps. And unlike Willem, where there's a deeper block, in my opinion, a deeper disconnect between emotions and thoughts, with Valentina I feel it's very calculated, and it's done on purpose, and it gets tiring. Everything feels scripted with her. I cannot cry this moment. Every time she starts talking, I want to talk about me because the judge with the bond and the goal. Wake me up when she stops doing that shit, okay? I really, girl, agreed with Trinity. She said that she doesn't want to send either one of the girls home, but the problem with Naomi is that she keeps forgetting about her. Girl, same. Step it up. Be more in the competition. Latrice and Trinity go head to head and lip syncing. The song that they lip sync to is Spin Me Right Round by Dead or Alive, which is pretty weird because he was male. So again, they're like lip syncing to a guy. The lip sync was pretty odd. I obviously was in favor of Trinity, but it had nothing to do with the song. She did make me laugh, which is fun. It was entertaining. And Latrice, I have no idea how her lip sync had anything to do with the song. I don't know why she won. I get that Trinity's was a bit weird, but Latrice was even weirder. The only thing that might have had to do with the song was her rolling on the stage, like spinning, I guess. We hear the girls in the confessionals talking about Latrice and Trinity, and they're like, Latrice was amazing, and when she rolled, I was like, ah, and Trinity, what was that? It was weird, it was odd, I was getting nothing of the song. Fact is, Trinity made me laugh. Latrice was not as entertaining, in my opinion, so I got pissed off when she won. It was weird that she was in the top 2 in the first place. It felt like this episode was completely in favor of Latrice. And then Latrice had to choose either Naomi or Valentina. And she chose, it's me, Valentina. Which was heartbreaking. Valentina was like standing there just like... I'm okay. And she was heartbroken. It was so difficult watching. The second that Latrice said that she chose Valentina, I was like, because I didn't want Naomi to go home, but I didn't want Valentina to go home either. However, Valentina did do pretty badly in the competition, and that's one thing about the show. It's a competition, and Valentina is an amazing artist. She's beautiful. She's good at lip syncing. In this specific competition, she failed a couple of times too many, in my opinion, and that's why she went home. I do feel that Trinity would have chosen Valentina to go home as well. I guess I'll only know next episode when she reveals her lipstick. It's so weird thinking of like All Stars 4 continuing without Valentina. I just hope and pray that her fans don't shoot Latrice or send her threats or stuff, because I like Latrice. Who doesn't though? Valentina, that's right. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen in the next episode. So what did you guys think? Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all for tuning in and watching another review by me, Daniela Viking. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you around. Choosy choose. Hi. So like when there's the night entertainment, so I get we're supposed to like something happened to the focus of this stupid camera. Look at me. 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 Look at me, Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy. Look at my applause.